What up, what up? It's your boy D coming at you with another episode of the DA Experience. And guess what, folks? I got a review for you. But first, a little backstory. So this week has been Christmas, and as everyone knows, it's been watching all year long. I'm trying to get 52 videos this year. So my family came in from out of town. My sister came in, brought my little niece and her husband, my brother-in-law. It was my niece's birthday back last Saturday, but it was also Christmas, so they came into town. So I'm figuring, hey, we're gonna get out there. We're gonna see some movies. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Bumblebee, Aquaman came out last week. I know you all probably thought we'd have a review up for that. Mary Poppins, Spider Verse, which I already saw. It was a bunch of stuff out. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go see something good because usually my family does. Yeah, that didn't happen. Some bug hit my family's house, and about 3 or 4 of them later, my father was sick, my mother was sick, my sister was feeling a little ill. My brother-in-law got sick, so he wanted to go see Aquaman with me a lot. It didn't happen, so my sister was like, "I'll go to the movies with you, but we have to go see Mary Poppins." Yeah, I'm a huge Disney fan, and I was interested in this movie, but it was never on my must-see list this week. But am I so glad we went and saw this movie? Mary Poppins was so good. I know y'all. Yeah, it was great. I was very apprehensive about this movie with the fact that it's been 51 years since the original. I was reading on IMDb, which made it seem that this is the longest amount of time between sequels of a movie. If you never heard the backstory behind what happened with Mary Poppins and the writer and the Disney company, do a little reading. It's a very interesting story. Plus, check out the movie Saving Mr. Banks with Emma Watson and Tom Hanks. I highly recommend it. It's a more of a grandiose telling of the story, but it gives a lot of backstory into why there never was a sequel when there was supposed to be. But back to the movie. From the first minute, you start hearing some of the music in the background and some new songs. Manuel Miranda from Hamilton and a few other things is singing, and it's about the lights of London, and it just took me back to being a 10-year-old. They captured the feeling perfectly. The songs were so good in this movie. I don't know if any of them will be remembered like the songs from the original, but you will definitely leave out of the theater humming a few of them. I especially like Trip to Light Fantastic and Nowhere to Go But Up. They definitely played up to what people remember about the original. It was a great story. It was just fun to see the return of it, but Emily Blunt killed it. Don't go in looking at her to see her do like Julie Andrews, because while there are aspects that are that, she actually read up on the books and incorporated some other things into Mary's personality, which I loved. The cast was good. There were even some cameos in the movie. The original Jane pops up. You know when it happens. Trust me, you'll know when it happens. It's real quick. But you're like, I think that was the original Jane. Colin Firth is in this movie. I'm trying to think. Angela Lansbury pops up in this movie, and of course Dick Van Dyke pops up in this movie playing a character. He's not playing Bert from the original movie, but he is in the movie, and he's great. And he even starts dancing. My sister and I lit up seeing that. It just, the whole movie, you just light up every time you see things like a return to Disney 2D animation. There's this great long scene. It was just a delight. It just made me happy. It was good to see a movie that made me happy. This is just how I felt about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which was also a great movie. But this, if you are a Disney fan, if you are a Mary Poppins fan, if you just want to go see something with the family that makes you happy, this is the movie. If I had to detract anything from it, it's that a lot of the movie is playing towards those that have seen the original. Like a lot of the songs and when they take place are just like in the exact same place like the original Mary Poppins, and they kind of play to that. So it's like, oh, we don't have a spoonful of sugar, but we do have this song about not getting about getting clean, and we don't have supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but we do have this scene with a lot of crazy words that takes place in a cartoon verse, and we don't have Let's Go Fly a Kite, but we do have There's Nowhere to Go But Up, which has a similar feel to it. And a lot of times once they play the one song, in the background you'll hear the music from the other song, and it just brings back those memories. So if you do have kids, I definitely recommend showing them the original Mary Poppins first and seeing if they can pick up on the correlation between the two things. But again, the cast is great in this. All the kids do good. And it has a great message about not losing your childhood, and it made me feel a certain way. Some of the songs even took me back and made me think about my grandma and my family now, and it just hit me right in the feels, y'all. Just the whole movie. I teared up a few times. I'm not gonna lie. My sister even said to I can tell you what her critique was, that while the big dance numbers were good, Lin-Manuel Miranda is not the best dancer. So sometimes the camera will like focus huge on his face and you can't get all the scope because you could tell he's not the best dancer. I didn't notice it, she did, but now going back in my head, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I did see it. But it was a lot of fun, and I highly recommend you going to check it out. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to try to get 3 more reviews out by the end of the year. So I'm going to go see Aquaman, I'm going to go see Bumblebee, and I'm going to do it came from Netflix on Bird Box, since everyone is talking about that. Hopefully, between today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, I will have my final 4 videos up for the year. Maybe at 49, so I might only need 3 videos. I have to double check. But if you know how many I have, right down below. That's going to do it for me. If you didn't notice, I have a new shirt. As they said in Spaceball, it's all about merchandise. No. This is my new DA experience with the new logo. You probably see it in the top left-hand corner. If not, I'll be changing that soon. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you all next time. See you at the movies. Here's hoping it's a good one. Peace!